Welcome, fans, to the PW Fan. The PW Fan is a podcast created by fans for the fans, and we appreciate you listening to episode 208. I'm your host, the architect of pro wrestling podcast, Andy.
I'm also host of No Sound Wrestling Indie fan and football lover, Jeremy.
And our third host, Tim, will join us shortly. But before we get started, please follow us on TikTok and Instagram and YouTube. You can find us, all three of those, at the PW Fan. We appreciate any support, of course. This week, WWE wise, we'll be talking about all things leading up to WrestleMania. AEW wise, which is it's taking place the week before. All things leading up to Dynasty.
Oh, that's right. It's this Saturday.
Yeah, so
we'll Saturday or Sunday?
Sunday, the 12th, I believe.
The 12th?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
So Perfect. We'll have to do, I didn't put it in my notes, but we'll have to do predictions segment at the end. Let's jump right into it. Dynamite from the first. It was supposed to start with a contract signing with MJF and Kenny Omega, but it did not. Yeah. Tony Schiavone was in the ring to host it. Kept getting interrupted by pyro going off on the stage. Then the music Judas by Fozzy hit. Chris Jericho's back. Took his time letting most of the song play while the crowd sang. They were in Winnipeg. I kind of figured after it was announced last week that they would be in Winnipeg that he would come back.
I didn't even realize that though. Like I didn't know he was the band Fozzy was playing in Winnipeg.
I didn't know they were playing. So he was just.
Oh, I thought that's what everyone was like. Oh, that means they could.
No, I just knew AEW was going to be in Winnipeg, so I was like,
yeah.
How often do they come there? Not, I know Kenny's from there too, but
yeah, I was going to say it's also Kenny's. Yeah.
Yeah. He didn't say much. He just said. He said Winnipeg. They cheered. He said AEW. They cheered. I'm home. Was it only those two things?
Yeah, that was it.
Okay, yeah. And so I'm home, and then he walked out.
He's gonna be on this coming Wednesday. I think he said to talk about it. But do you think he's gonna remember when he returned in WWE before, and he kept coming out, and he wouldn't say anything, and he would just leave again?
You think he's just gonna repeat that?
I feel like I don't know. I feel like the way Jericho is too, he's gonna be more of a heel. Like somehow he'll turn it into being a heel.
I think he's gonna be solo this time. So
yeah. Which is when you said that to me, I was like, "That's crazy." I didn't realize in AEW
faction, man.
He's always had people,
and some of the factions lasted years, so that's why.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Before the contract signing actually would start, we were shown backstage while Ospreay was beating up Moxley until Wheeler Yuta showed up to pull him away. Ospreay got the better of Wheeler. Went right back to beating up John until security broke it up. Then we finally got the contract signing. MJF made his entrance immediately, followed by Kenny Omega. Both signed. Omega told MJF to shut his mouth and to shut it in French because they're in Canada. Omega says he knows what MJF has rehearsed in front of the bathroom mirror, thinking he's hot stuff with his suit. And his title, I think he called it a cheap suit. And he said, beautiful new hair plugs. He said the crowd isn't there for Max. They're there to watch the best wrestle. MJF came back saying he could easily talk about how Kenny is one injury away from retirement, like his talentless, injury-prone boyfriend, Kota Ibushi. Now, this line, all right, I know they're called the Golden Lovers, but there's also been rumors about is Kenny bi? Is Kenny... straight? Is Kenny asexual?
Everything.
And so I think it's a jab at both. Like they do call themselves.
There's both things, yeah.
Also, there's been rumors.
Yeah.
But yeah, when he first said that, I was like, that was weird. that was my thought. But instead, he wanted to talk about what really keeps Kenny up at night, and that Kenny went to the doctor, got scans done of his stomach, and received some rough news that his intestines could explode any minute, anywhere. His stomach is a ticking time bomb, and his life is on a fast winding clock. He said Omega is in a race against time to cement his legacy, and when the devil is through with him at Dynasty, all his disciples will have to admit their God is nothing more than a false idol who'd be better off dead. So this is now getting booked as the devil versus the wrestling god or god of pro wrestling.
It's giving God versus devil.
Yeah.
That's what he said.
Undertaker versus
all right, Gen
or
Z.
was it Vince McMahon versus
Shawn
Michaels?
Yeah. And then also remember when it was Finn as a demon? That's the last time he was a demon.
Mm-hmm.
And he was fighting Roman, and the top rope collapsed, and they're like, "Oh, it was a mistake." What do they call it? I forgot. Some kind of experience that was meant to be God. And I was like, "Are you kidding me?"
Supernatural.
Supernatural, yeah.
Is that what they used?
Yeah, and Finn fell, and he lost to Roman.
Yeah, that got Kenny riled up enough to knock over the table and stare at MJF. Speedball Mike Bailey came out. Is he from Winnipeg or he's just Canadian?
He's just Canadian.
Bailey said that everyone knows. I think so. MJF is goading to hitting him, so the title match will be off because he's afraid. He said, "Without Omega, there's no AEW, and without AEW, there's no MJF. The only place Max is a living legend is inside his own head." Kenny added that, he's missing about 20 inches of intestine, but at least he's not missing his balls. MJF said that's cute. He'll fight Speedball in the main event tonight, make an example of him. And to be clear, Canada is a dump, and he hails from the only country that matters. Tonight, Mike isn't wrestling just any MJF. For a second, I was like, I forgot his name was Speedball Mike Bailey. I was like, who the fuck is Mike? Isn't wrestling any just any MJF? He's wrestling an American hero. So that was
which sets up later.
Yeah, so from the beginning of the show with Jericho to that, it was a long opener.
It was good. Also different for AEW not to start with like a match or something like that too.
Yeah. So
I think that's probably the longest they had opening Dynamite without having a match in a while.
Probably. Collision always opens up with matches, but yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
So then we did have our first match, which was Brody King, Jungle Boy, or is he going by Jungle Man now?
Jungle Man sounds weird. I think they just call him. Don't they just call him Jungle?
Is that?
I thought it was Jungle Jack Perry. Now they just dropped the Boy or Man.
Like they're no longer the Hardy Boys. They're the Hardy Men.
Yeah.
Jungle Man, Jack Perry, and Kenny Omega defeat the Demand. Then we had Copeland and Christian backstage. Cope told Renee Paquette that they're here to take out anyone in their way. Cage made it like he was going to hit Renee with a chair before Cope had to tell him that she's not in their way. Cage walked off, and Copeland was behind him to reiterate that they don't hit Renee with chairs. Back from commercial, Cope and Cage ran into RPG Vice. Backstage, had a quick chat with them, which turned violent into beating them down. Then we had the match that was like advertised basically.
Yeah.
The way they were advertising it the week before, it should have been the main event.
Yeah, they do like that. Like, WWE does it as well. Like, it's that 9 o'clock hour, right? 9 o'clock hour. That's like the main event. If they don't want it to run into extra time.
Yeah. So Pac versus Ospreay. What you think of the match?
It was a great match. I was expecting basically that as well. Ospreay, I don't know. Do you think he's changed, or he looks like he's changing his style at all compared to what he was before his neck surgery? Or the same. I guess we'll really see in the pay-per-view though. But
yeah, right now it feels kind of the same. But
yeah,
I guess we'll have to see. Like, when he first came back, like, he kind of went, like, that return, he went, like, right into it. So, like, I'm like, I don't know.
Again, like, that flip, that moonsault.
Enough matches, we'll see what stuff maybe he's taken out and replaced.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking, too. Because I was like, so far, I don't know. And that wasn't planned, the top rope jump. So, I guess we'll see.
But Will would end up winning the match. For a second, I was like, where am I? Post-match, though, Pac beat Will down. flipping Paul Turner double birds when he objected. What the fuck?
Question mark.
Is Paul Turner the
Flipped him
ref?
off. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Giving Ospreay just enough time to hit the hidden blade. Daniel Garcia and Wheeler Yuta arrived to beat Will down, followed by Claudio with a steel chair, Moxley and Marina Shafir. Claudio horse-collared Ospreay with the chair, backed up to Pillmanize him. Dude, just call it what it is. Moxley stopped him short, grabbed the mic, patted Ospreay's cheek, said, "How did you think this was going to go? Given that there's 6 of us," he gave Ospreay some advice. "Use your head or lose it permanently." Told Ospreay this isn't personal, warned him not to take it personal. That'll be a good match. I'm excited for it. Brawling Birds, Mina Shirakawa defeat the Triangle of Madness. We had Darby Allin cutting a promo. Reminded MJF he's going to keep his foot on the throttle until he sees God or AEW Men's World Championship. Says he hasn't seen God yet. He doesn't care if Kenny Omega beats MJF or anyone beats him as long as the power trip is stopped. And then he called MJF down to the ring, but MJF did not come. Instead, it was the Don Callis family, in which a match was made for Andrade and Darby at the pay-per-view.
Yeah. Yes.
To sum all my text up on the news.
I was like, yes, that's what happened.
But I mean, they did attack him. Jungle Boy and Brody King would come out.
Yeah.
To help him. The main event was MJF versus Speedball Mike Bailey with Kenny Omega on commentary. MJF would win. Afterwards, MJF jumped Bailey. Kenny Omega rushed in the ring. MJF ran away, held the title over his head, talked trash to Kenny, and Kenny checked on Speedball to close the show.
Also, MJF came out in his U.S. gear because they're in Canada. So he had like the flag on the Titantron, on his trunks and all that stuff.
Yeah. And I think he said, "God bless America" during the...
Yeah. And then, did you hear, I don't know, did you hear the crowd? And it's because they're Canadian. They're chanting, was it "fuck your tariffs" or whatever, or something like that.
That's funny.
And I was like, that's so funny.
All right, so that was Dynamite. Let's go through Collision. And of course, in Collision fashion, it opens up with a match. AEW Continental Championship title eliminator, which is just what? Number 1 contender, right?
Yes.
Everyone banned from ringside. Jon Moxley defeated Anthony Bones. Haven't seen Anthony Bones in a little bit.
I was just going to say that.
Yeah, post-match, Will Ospreay ran in, wiped out Mox with a hidden blade, grabbed the chair, went back into the ring. Death Riders got Mox out. Ospreay cut a promo saying that he's done listening to John talk, wants his neck, and he's going to take it at Dynasty. Demanded that their match at Dynasty be for Mox's championship, and it was later made official. Yeah.
For people who've been out for a long time, do you know Jay White he's just been hurt this whole time, right?
I think so, unless he's like healed and they don't know what to do yet.
Yeah, but I was like, that's someone I forget that we haven't seen in a long time. It feels like.
Yeah. I guess we'll talk about it once I get to the Ciampa match. Megan Bayne and Lena Cross defeated two. My notes just say 2 jobbers. All right, it is what it is.
Wow, 2 jobbers.
Moxley backstage cut a promo. Said he thinks Ospreay's bluffing about being 100% healthy. Has no problem letting delusional people be delusional. Promised no mercy with this Continental title on the line. He said, "This is never mind. Fuck this quote. It's not from me."
I was like,
it's not from anyone on the show. Hurt Syndicate's return, I guess because Bobby Lashley was hurt. MVP was backstage. Said not only are they back in business in AEW, but they are looking to add new members and get back to hurting people. Who could they add?
I don't even know.
Well,
like, I really don't like.
They're gonna stick to certain people.
Uh-huh.
I don't think it'll be Leo Rush based on the character change.
What
The
other
Demand has their
people
own
would they-
group.
Do you think they would join?
No.
So who else?
First I was like Bowens, but
What about Max Caster?
yeah, where's Max? That'd be so ridiculous. Unless it would have to be a full character change.
Yeah. The way you're like, it's gonna be certain people.
Look, it's their MO. When they had a third member, it was Cedric Alexander.
Yeah, this has happened of all time in wrestling. Like every single.
Well, seriously
group.
though, who do you got? Lee Johnson, Anthony Bowens, Max Caster.
The way you're listening. I really do think it could be Max Caster.
I mean, I'm trying to think of like, in reality, how many diverse wrestlers does AEW have?
I mean, they have.
They have a lot of like Latino wrestlers, but who would fit?
I have no idea.
But they said they're looking for members. Remember, Ricochet tried to join. It'd be
that's right.
For Swerve to join.
He
doesn't need it. It would have to be someone that maybe needs it.
Yeah.
Bones.
I really have no idea. It could be Leo Rush. Because he'd be like the
history
small
with
guy.
Bobby, remember?
Yeah.
Bobby's little, like his manager, basically.
That's right.
All right, let's get past this weird, awkward part of the show. TBS Championship Open Challenge. Willow Nightingale defeats a returning Hikaru Shida. You know what's funny is I was watching this and like I fast forward because I watched the next day. It was on a Thursday. I forgot that it was. And as I'm watching it, I was like, "Where's like Hikaru Shida been?"
She was on a couple weeks ago.
I have arrived. What's going on, boyos?
Oh.
Not much.
How are we?
Andy was just talking about how the Hurt Syndicate is back, and he was like, they're looking for members, and he's like, who do you think they would join? And you know who he listed? He was like Leo Rush, Anthony Bowens, Max Caster, Swerve can't do it, and then there was a few others, but he was like, there has to be a certain kind.
Well, you were listing everybody off, and I was like,
look, man, they have a certain demographic to their.
I get it. It's like the Nation of Domination. It's like,
yeah.
You could have like the token Owen Hart though in there.
That's right.
You could have.
He was in
whatchamacallit? The other, I only remember Isaiah Cassidy. Is his partner hurt again?
Mark Quinn?
Yeah. Could Isaiah?
I don't think so.
Could join?
That was Andy's dude.
It was not my dude.
Remember?
No, Andy liked the nipples guy. Neepoos.
Yeah.
Daddy Magic.
You want to know?
I will say it's so stupid and horrible, but one of the funniest AEW moments ever is when he's like, "Brother Isaiah," and you just hear in the distance, "Oh."
And then it echoes.
That was during their one match, right?
Yeah, it's fucking horrible, but it is one of the funniest like AEW moments ever.
He's on top of like a container or whatever.
Like, oh.
He does a dive. Yeah, it's bad.
All right, so yeah, Hikaru Shida returned, had a match with Willow Nightingale. Then we had FTR defeating some jobbers, London Lightning and Mo Jabari.
At least you got their names this time.
I did have their names. Afterwards, Cope and Cage ran through security, got their hands on FTR. Cash Wheeler, they hit him with a concerto. Stokely pulled the chair, or when they tried to do a concerto, Stokely pulled the chair and FTR escaped. And then I think they hit a security guard with a concerto.
I think so.
Right. So this is what I was going to talk about. Yeah, Tommaso Ciampa defeated Juice Robinson. Is Tommaso feuding with the Bang Bang Gang?
I also know. I know he was with FTR though.
I could see Jay White coming back and going for the.
That'd be a good match. Jay White, Ciampa.
Speaking of Isaiah Cassidy had a segment backstage. I think he talked about the Death Riders or Mox.
Yeah, because the Death Rider storyline wise took out his partner, Orton.
Darby Allin, Brody King backstage, and Jungle Man Jack Perry. This part actually
Jungle Jack Perry. That's it.
Jungle Man.
You know what I mean?
Wait, are you making that up?
My
no,
notes said it.
Andy really thinks so.
Jungle Man.
Jungle Man.
He's not a boy anymore. He's a man.
Well, okay, I will say this segment,
Hardy Man.
This segment popped me. It was Darby Allin and Jack Perry and Brody King. They basically were all like hashing out their past. If you remember, Brody King feuded with Darby, and so did Jack.
Mm-hmm.
Brody King talks about like the attempted murder, like we tried to kill each other, and then Jack Perry's like, "You lit me on fire," and then like they keep talking. And Jack Perry's like, "You lit me on fire," and then they all walk away, and he's just like, "You lit me on fire." I don't know.
Yeah, I like how they just don't forget about those things and are friends just because they're baby faces.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah.
The main event was Andrade El Idolo and Mark Davis against the Rascals, which they defeated the Rascals. Oka's music hit at the end. Came down with Trent Beretta, Rocky Romero. They beat up the Rascals. And then Myron Reed from the Rascals would... who came out to help them?
Someone did.
I don't know.
Dude, I'm having a brain fart. Was it like... Dude, someone came out to help them, and I can't remember who.
It was a guy. What do you got?
There's
next?
no way it was just the third member. Maybe it was just the third member of the Rascals that helped out. I thought it was just more people than him. Anyway, the main event was an 8-man tornado tag. Orange Cassidy, Roger Strong, Kevin Knight, and Mystico defeated Claudio Castagnoli, Wheeler Yuta, who has changed his gear, David Finlay, and Clark Connors.
Yuta wears like the Speedo trunks. Yeah.
Wheeler Yuta, no definition, buzz cut. Wheeler Yuta is wearing undies now.
It's so funny how much you don't
and
like
took
him.
the pin. Dude, I hate him. He's the worst. All right, let's get into WWE. Tim Jericho's back.
I saw.
Yeah.
I just
we
was
talked about it at the top of the
I'm
show.
just a little disappointed it's not in WWE.
He said, "Winnipeg,
He's a
AEW, I'm home."
He's good. He's in good shape though.
Yeah,
Said he's
I mean that's
gonna
what
be,
not wrestling
it's going
for
to
a
be
year.
the first time he's not going to have a group behind him.
Yeah, in the AEW.
For the first
Said
time
3 groups.
ever.
All right, Raw. Talk a little bit more about this opening segment than other stuff. Raw was at MSG. Cody opened up the show, even though he's not on the show. Asked them what they wanted to talk about. He was caught up by Stephanie McMahon, who told the crowd not to make her cry and reminded everyone her name is Stephanie McMahon, and this is the house and she emphasized grandfather built.
Mm-hmm.
She talked about how she, Cody, and Randy are all multi-generational talent who know what it's like to be on top. I mean, does Stephanie really? When I said that, I was like, womp womp. Does she really know what it's like to be on top of trips? But Cody can't bring out the best.
To say that.
Cody can't bring out the best.
Women are from Mars. Earth are from Venus. Oh, wait. No, I just botched that. No, it was this old guy, this dude from ECW. He did this horrible promo that's like, women are from Mars, men are from Venus, but when they come down to Earth, they like to ride on my. Like a guy will like knock him out from behind.
I thought you were doing Ric Flair, who I just saw a video of him at a bar, again drunk.
Oh,
getting
God,
cut
that
off
one?
and yelling
Oh,
at
that
the
was hard.
bartender.
I thought you were talking about Ric Flair's Easter post of him like AI'd into the bunny rabbit ears and the suit, and he's like, "Happy Easter, woo!" And he has like a green and pink suit on.
No, he
bunny
got cut
rabbit
off
ear.
at a bar and was talking shit.
Oh, Ric Flair's crazy.
Yeah.
His liver is some sort of like supernatural like thing. It doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
He almost died, comes back, and then he still drinks.
He just keeps drinking just as much.
Steph said that Cody can't bring out the best in this version of Randy. Cody Fireback said he knows Randy has done stuff.
Can I just say that this whole segment was so brutal? Like
Awkward?
Like, yes, because like the audience, it's not just because it's Randy's hometown. Like the audience is like,
no, that was SmackDown. This is Raw. This is MSG when Stephanie came out and talked to Cody.
Oh wait, I'm thinking of.
You're thinking SmackDown.
SmackDown.
I'm sorry, because they played that highlight on SmackDown.
Yeah.
I had just watched SmackDown today, so it's fresh in my brain.
No, we'll talk about that shit show. That was
my God.
That was real bad.
WCW bad.
Yeah, Cody. I think it's like the lowest rated SmackDown, maybe like all time. Cody Fireback said he knows Randy has done stuff so vital it can't be shown on TV. That some of that stuff was done to him. Steph brought up their fathers. Cody said, "I'm not mine." You're right, but Stephanie,
you're not yours.
With all due respect, you're not yours either.
Yeah, and I got the big oh.
Steph slapped him, said that she cares, and Cody thanked her. This would have been better if Triple H had come out, since he's the one that basically created Orton. And has been on both good and bad sides of Orton.
Yeah. What did you think about bringing up Vince and all that? Like, I get that they were talking about families already, but
dude, I think Vince is coming back.
That's what everyone keeps saying.
I have a feeling.
But like, also,
no, I mean, I'm not saying whether you agree or disagree. I just think that they're going to do it.
Yeah. But also, do you think, like, I don't know what, like, where else, like, because TKO is definitely ruining it, like, especially from the SmackDown.
Well, dude, SmackDown got weird with this stuff, and we'll talk about it because it was.
Yeah.
It was pipe bomby. It was weird.
Yeah.
I didn't like it.
World Tag Team Championship match, New York Street Fight. The Vision defeat the Usos, partially because I showed speed accidentally. So we have new tag team champs.
Can we stop with all this? Speed's like actually like a nice kid, so I don't have a problem with him. But like,
it's just in wrestling.
Yeah, can we just stop with like Jelly Roll and this fucking God? Stop.
And this other person that's gonna pop up in SmackDown. But I wanted to say, you guys, I've seen this clip of Kenny Omega talking about WWE and WrestleMania stuff. Do you remember that clip where he's like, I think in like, I don't know what he said, like 5-10 years, he's like, the main event of WrestleMania could be like Mr. Beast versus like whoever.
I know.
And it's like, now it's becoming sort of that.
It's going to be Mr. Beast versus Aiden Ross.
Yeah. Oh my God.
For the WWE Championship.
I hate that.
Next, we had Paul Heyman introducing Lesnar. He said that they were there to pontificate, since he loves using that word. Perils out of weight, Obafemi. He recapped how Brock has been distracted by Rollins 2 weeks ago and was caught off guard by Oba. But this week, Brock is dressed to fight. And then he said that when someone locks eyes with Lesnar ready to fight, that man pisses all over himself. Then, of course, Lesnar grabs the mic and yells for Oba to get his ass down here, boy. No, he didn't say boy this week. He did last week.
He needs to chill.
Adam
were like,
Pearce.
Hey, they were like, hey, just don't do that. All right.
Yeah.
Adam Pearce appeared. Said,
Like, I know it's natural for you, but don't do that.
Obafemi comes down, knocks down security guards, and he ends up getting a ring. Him and Lesnar square up until Triple H comes running down. And
You can't hit him.
Yeah, it sucks. Was that Jeremy? No, it was a different wrestling fan. No, because I know you haven't been into my shop in a while, but there was a guy I was talking to it the other day that was like, he was like, dude, the thing that sucks about Triple H is like, you can't get any payoff. Like you can't do like the Vince McMahon Stone Cold thing because he can't wrestle because of his heart.
Can't
so
do
it's
anything.
Like you can't, even if you tease it or you kind of like allude to it, you can never get the payoff, which sucks.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because I'm sure like there's gonna be other situations where he's gonna be in the middle,
right?
And it's like if the heel just hits him in the face right now,
but he can't take a bump.
I know.
Yeah, it sucks.
Pussy.
Yeah.
All right. Oh, my heart's bad. Women's Tag Team Championship ends in no contest. Down towards the end of the match, Bella Twins make their way to the ring, followed by Charlotte Flair and Alexa. It's going to be a fatal 4-way women's tag team match at Mania, for sure. Liv Morgan cuts a promo.
For sure.
Directed at Stephanie Piquet. Says, "Your mother's trash."
Title fight.
Puta. Stephanie wastes no time coming out. She had the upper hand until we had a returning Roxanne Perez with a sneak attack, so that the heels end up walking away. Heyman comes back out.
Andy, you didn't let me finish my couple bangers for sure, dude.
Yeah, I forgot about that guy, but go on.
No, there used to be this like he was like this buff scene guy. He was like an ex-emo scene kid who was like now grown up, but he was like a bodybuilder now. But like he still kind of had the hair and stuff, and he would be like, "Today's gym playlist, couple bangers for sure." It was like his TikTok. It was like a TikTok series. He'd be like, "Couple bangers for sure," and then he would always list like 4 awesome bands and then like 1 fucking shitty band. He'd like ruin it at the end.
With, like, the word.
He'd be like, I'm just trying to think of something like classy. He'd be like,
Under Oath.
He'd be like,
Devil Wears Prada.
Deftones, Devil Wears Prada, and then like at the end he'd be like 5 Finger Death Punch, and he'd be like,
dude, always 5 Finger Death Punch.
Why are you always like adding it like the? He'd be like, you know,
every time you watch it, you're like, okay. You're like, all right,
yeah,
got that.
Yeah, okay, okay, and then the last one he'd be like, come on. He'd be like, AFI Stained. You're like, what the fuck? How did you wind up on Stained?
Nickelback. I'm like, dude.
Yeah, he's like.
All right, Paul Heyman comes back to the ring after the Vision won the title. And before this, Pierce was telling Heyman to check his email, and he wasn't listening. Heyman was out there saying he fears no man. He says he's the last manager standing from the 1980s, and MSG can testify that he's the last promoter standing from the 1990s. I thought this was kind of crazy to think about.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, that's crazy. He's been around that long.
He's the only one that's still in the wrestling business actively.
Yeah. Wow.
Because who was the original promoter of TNA? Jeff Jarrett?
Yeah. Jeff and Jerry.
But he said from the 90s.
Huh?
So, yeah.
Well, you know, you take the chicken and you put it in there. Huh? Well, you know, you take the chicken and you put it in there with the mayonnaise and you make the chicken salad.
Adam Pearce added that Rollins is clear and good to go. Seth Rollins appeared behind Heyman, laid him out with a chair, but Gunther appeared out of nowhere and put Rollins in the Gojira clutch, choking him out against
Andy apparently doesn't know about how the way Jerry Jarrett talks.
I said Jeff Jarrett, but...
No, but it was Jeff and Jerry that both started TNA.
I don't.
And that's how Jerry Jarrett talks. He'll be like, huh? Well, you know.
Awesome. Thank you for that. So Gunther does have a match. The rumor is that Gunther was supposed to face Ray at Mania. Maybe that's why he was doing the stuff with Dragon Lee. And Cho came out, but Ray's hurt. Mysterio, not Phoenix. And obviously Seth was supposed to face Braun, so now they're like, these two guys don't have a match. Let's just do Gunther and Seth.
Can they add him to the Dragon Lee as into the ladder match?
I think Dragon Lee's in the ladder match.
Is he?
I don't know. We'll talk about it. It's upcoming.
I know Phoenix and Penta are, so I know it's gonna be good.
Well, we had Raquel Rodriguez defeat Io Sky, and then talking about Intercontinental Championship, Penta defeats Kofi Kingston. Afterwards, Penta announced that an Intercontinental Championship ladder match for Mania would feature Rusev, Dragon Lee, Javon Evans, and JD McDonough, all who have supposedly qualified via main event matches. Never happened.
Never happened. They just make stuff up.
Goldberg,
should be a fun match.
193-0. Only had like 50 matches.
Finn Balor also officially called out Dominic Mysterio for a match at Mania. And then we had this no talking main event, just brawling. Roman Reigns came out. Crowd was chanting OTC, saying his name. Punk came out and just did it. I don't even remember him talking. I thought they basically just started brawling.
Yeah, he just slid into the ring and then started.
And then Punk ended up powerbombing Roman through the announce table to close out the show. Then a video was surfacing online of Punk yelling at a fan, like, "This is fucking wrestling, not cinema, you fucking idiot." Or he said, "The marquee says
wrestling,
not cinema, you fucking idiot." Yeah.
Yeah.
Whatever. Other people were like, "See, this is actually who Phil is. Not what you see, not the nice guy you see on TV that's trying to change. It's like what that fan got was the real Phil."
It's funny because he can be both. People can be multiple things.
But I guess because it was all fair, they're like, "See."
Yeah.
That's just because his arms were too short to box with God. Classic.
I will say, can Punk get a haircut already?
I'm with the big hair.
It's getting to a ridiculous size.
It is in my grasp. When he put the Patrick Swayze with the giant hair.
Do you guys want to read some comments from TikTok this week?
Yeah.
That I've responded to?
Oh, God.
Look, Andy's so excited about this.
So I posted a clip about Tim talking about the accelerator pack not being there. Someone said, "That's how 2K has always been." I said, "The accelerator supercharger pack used to unlock everything. I believe since 2K19 has stopped unlocking showcase and My Rise content." And then the person said, "Yeah, but then everyone started complaining about it and they got rid of it."
So he basically said, "Get fucked, Tim."
So he said, yeah, so he said it wasn't true, and then he was like, "Okay, it wasn't true," and people didn't like it.
So then there was also one of, I think it was the week before, maybe, Jeremy, that we were talking about all the people that have missed out on Mania. This is before we knew what was going on.
Oh, yeah.
And we were like, yeah, it's crazy. Like, Gunther's not on it. We weren't someone commented, "Gunther gets a match and y'all still complain." I said, we thought it was a problem that he wasn't on Mania before Raw occurred. Not that it was a problem he got a match. No response.
We're starting to get hate.
And another dude said,
"This is just Andy trying to roast people." It's like,
I wasn't trying to roast them. I was just trying to correct
Andy's
him.
hitting him with logic.
Because another guy said, "Bro, like everyone who needs to be on WrestleMania is on except Mello." I said, "We were mainly talking about the people like Breaker and the rumored Gunther and Rey Mysterio match. Obviously, after making this, Gunther's got a match." And then, we talked about Gunther. We were like, yeah, Gunther retired like AJ and Cena and Goldberg.
Mm-hmm.
Someone wrote, he retired nobody. Cena was done. Goldberg was done. By that account, yeah. Duh. Then
no one ever really wins or loses.
Yeah. That's my point. Like, okay. Then, yeah. He didn't actually beat him. He was told he beat him. to beat him.
It's like, oh,
shut up, dude.
It's like, yeah, no shit, dude. This is like the guy that
shut up.
Look, I love wrestling, and but dude, like, I remember being at what was it? It was one of the shows with you guys. It might have been Mania, and like some guy in like the line for like the concessions was like trying to talk to me, and he was like, "Dude, I think he's got it tonight, dude." And I'm like, "Dude, shut the fuck up! It's not real." Like he was like trying to talk to me like it was like we were at like an MMA fight.
Like starts
and
running down stats.
Yeah, and I'm like, dude, shut up, dude. I'm just trying to get my hot dog. Leave me alone.
I know. When someone starts talking like it's a real sport, you're like, ugh.
He didn't retire AJ. Like they were done anyway. I guess he was saying like because Cena's last date was planned.
Yeah. But I just like how we get a few comments on our stuff, and he's like, "Fuck you guys!"
Because the
never comment again.
No one ever comments, so I'm just like correcting. Like they're like,
that's what I mean. No one comments.
The one saying Gunther gets a match, and y'all still complain. I was like, we were never complaining that he got a match. That's just not true. No one responds back.
They don't want to hear it. They want to hear the
So I guess our message to our fans are, fuck you guys. Don't comment on our stuff.
No, you can comment all you want, but
just be right.
Just be right about what you're commenting.
Agree with Andy, and that's fine.
If you don't agree with Booker Andy, we just don't want to hear it, dude. So,
the person's like, that's how it's always been with 2K. No, it hasn't.
But then backpedal was like, okay, no, it wasn't.
Yeah.
Oh
my god!
Some of us, believe it or not, some of us were not born in 2010, so we were like, we remember things.
It's like
from
games
before.
only been around. Games have only been around since 2022.
Yeah, dude, there was a time before, actually.
Yeah.
I sent this as Jeremy. WrestleMania 42 is projected to be the lowest attended WrestleMania in 20 years. Night 1 of WrestleMania 42 has currently sold 38,711 tickets. Night 2 has only sold 40,333. Despite prices decreasing 49%, it's on pace to sell an average of 48,168 per night.
Dude, the McAfee thing where he was like, and there's still tickets to WrestleMania available somehow, even though we have Randy Orton. I was like, dude, this is the cringiest shit right now. So
it says this will be the lowest attendance for a Mania since WrestleMania 22. It's also predicted to be the least attended stadium WrestleMania of all time. The current record is held by WrestleMania 19 in 2003, which drew an attendance of 54,000.
Yeah, I will say, like, WrestleMania 22 to like 25 like kind of suck. Like if you like go back and like think about like those cards, like after WrestleMania 20, all right, you had the main event with Eddie and Benoit. Then 21 was Triple H versus Batista. And then
Eddie and Angle.
That was in 20.
Okay.
But then think about it. After that, you're like, I can't think of any fucking matches that were.
What was Mania 22? Shawn and Taker?
That was when then the Cena Superman started taking over.
It's like Cena and Triple H. That was one of them.
Cena.
The main event of that Mania,
22.
John Cena and Triple H.
You remember I had those friends from school come over, Andy? Those like kind of.
That was the Shawn Michaels, Mr. McMahon.
Yes.
Undertaker versus Mark Henry.
That's a weird Mania. All those years are weird.
Edge and Edge versus Mick Foley hardcore match.
I mean, yeah, that is okay. That is goated. I got it. I can't even talk shit. That's a great match.
Yeah.
I think This is the one with the Money in the Bank with Ric Flair getting the suplex off by Matt
dude,
Hardy.
one of the funniest moments ever in wrestling. Superplex, dude. Ric Flair taking the superplex off the ladder. It's crazy.
JBL
Like,
versus
when he hit
Benoit, yeah.
when he takes the superplex, anytime Ric Flair lands on his back, he lands on his side.
Yeah.
Like
Plane crash.
of the plane crash. So when he takes the superplex off the top, he like lands on his side, and as soon as he hit it, he's like, ah, 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 ah.
All right, I'll try to get through SmackDown quick because we also have to go through AEW predictions. All right, this opening segment, man, kind of set the tone for the night. They're in St. Louis.
Yeah.
Randy Orton opens up the show. Says that he's doing all this for this himself and his family. Next time
All right,
he's
hang
at the
on,
arena.
Pause. Not really pause, but
Oh my god.
even the audio's good.
All right.
That's so funny.
Randy says next time he's in the arena, he'll have number 15 around his waist. Cody Rhodes comes out. The two brawl until Pat McAfee appeared and hits Cody with a low blow. McAfee is revealed as the mystery man on the phone all along, which gets me to this meme that I sent Jeremy. It says Randy Orton 2 weeks ago, wrestling has more than one royal family. And me, what fucking royal family does Pat McAfee belong to? He cut a promo declaring himself and Orton the saviors of professional wrestling.
Crazy.
He's pissed at the road that WWE's taken, misses the edge of the Attitude Era,
And then
and even hit
proceeded
old.
to shit all over the product for the last 5 years.
Yeah.
He had some old Kevin Nash talking points about wrestlers being too short and wrestling too long. Is it so? There's rumors like management and stuff, and wrestlers are pissed at the involvement of TKO. That like McAfee was like a TKO decision.
Yeah.
To like
That would make sense.
sell tickets and shit, and then
Because
that
they
hurts.
see him as that.
Maybe they had a storyline and they're like, nah, put McAfee as the guy. And there's
Well,
just like,
that's why. What if McAfee? What if the royal family thing wasn't supposed to be McAfee, and that was a TKO call?
yeah. Well, it would explain Cody Rhodes coming out and doing his little promo, but some are like, this was like not planned, but because of the instant
the
hate
reaction.
online.
Yeah.
So we'll
Which
talk
I
about
don't
that promo.
really believe that.
Trick Williams came out with Lil Yachty.
Another one.
Yeah, Trick Williams told Sami Zayn he ain't taking no lip from the gingerbread man. Sammy's shot back saying that'll humble the up and comer because Trick is all presentation and won't hold up under the bright lights. Trick pointed out that the only reason Sammy's even in the WrestleMania card is because of Trick Willie. Carmelo Hayes then showed up.
You don't fuck with him, Sheiky baby. He fuck you in the ass, make
I
Carmelo
have to say,
Hayes showed up.
I do like Trick Williams' theme song. Actually, like I've actually listened to it, and I was like, "This is actually really
What
good."
makes people like pop for him every time? It is like catchy. No, the guy has a presence to him. Don't get me wrong. I watched him all in NXT. I get it. But
I get
Sammy's
it. I watched
basically saying
NXT.
he's the.
I know NXT. Okay.
He originally was a.
I already know him. I watched
A
NXT.
guard for Apollo Cruz's Nigerian like.
Oh, was
was
he?
like one of the commanders.
That
yeah.
was horrible. Remember when they were doing that for? God, Vince is like, what racist gimmick can I give him?
So bad.
Pull out a box of racist gimmicks.
So Carmelo Hayes came out. They were basically chanting for Mello, and people have just turned on Sammy. Maybe that's because Sammy
I think we're
cheated to win last week.
No, I think though we're starting to hit those similar to the Attitude Era. We'll talk about it with Cody. I just think people are not they're looking for the Stone Cold. They want the bad good guy. They're not wanting the hero anymore. They're going back to wanting the.
I mean, maybe that's why people liked Seth even as the Vision guy.
But dude, Randy's mad over even outside of St. Louis.
Yeah, beating up Cody Rhodes.
But they're like trying to
white bread,
right? And people are like, yeah. It's like literally like Shawn Michaels and Sid had a match in New York, and literally the crowd starts with everybody. Or no, that was the Lesnar Rock match. But there's a match with Shawn Michaels and Sid where the crowd starts, everybody's cheering Shawn, and by the end everybody's like, Sid, kill him. Yeah. like they're over it, dude.
Yeah.
I think Sid's going in the Hall of Fame this year, by the way.
Didn't he pass away?
Yeah.
That sucks.
All right, Rhea Ripley defeats Michin. Uncle Howdy defeats Tama Tonga. Beforehand, Tama Tonga.
My daughter made me skip that match. She thought Uncle Howdy and Tama Tonga were too scary with the face paint in the match.
Their face paint.
Well, beforehand, Tama
she was
Tonga,
when they showed all of them backstage with the face paint on, all the Tama Tonga Tongaloa. She was like, I don't like it. Turn it off. And then so I fast forward, then the match starts. Uncle Howdy comes out. She's like, no, I don't like him either.
Well, Tama Tonga has been feuding with Solo. And he said, why are we fighting for that lantern? So after the match that Uncle Howdy won, Tonga takes the lantern from Solo and gives it right back to Howdy. We had Aleister Black defeating Matt Cardona. At this point, why did they even bring Matt Cardona? Does Triple H just secretly hate him?
Yes.
I don't know. Well, he's not getting squashed. He's just losing. They're having good matches.
Why'd you dye your hair blonde?
Who?
No, it's a classic Matt Cardona story where he said that.
Oh, I was like,
he had the big pop in Madison Square Garden with The Rock, and after he came back to the backstage, they said that Triple H wanted to talk to him, and he was like, "This is my moment. He's finally going to give me that pat on the back that I've always wanted." And then he walked up to him, and then Triple H was like, "Why'd you dye your hair blonde?" That's all he had to say to him.
Alexa Bliss and Charlotte Flair defeat Bayley and Lyra. Jacob Fatu and Drew McIntyre in separate pre-tapes address their upcoming WrestleMania situation. Then we had a men's tag team championship match. Beforehand, Kit Wilson and Miz ran into R-Truth backstage, who told them there were no openings in the Judgment Day. Miz ranted at him for not showing respect. Truth accepted the challenge for the title match and headed off to talk to Aldis. Danhausen still over.
Danhausen.
Did Remy like Danhausen too?
She thought he was funny.
Danhausen offered his help to the champions, but Miz refused. Truth tagged.
I told her. I said, she said he kind of looks weird. I said, no, he's very nice, but also very evil.
R-Truth ended up tagging in Danhausen into the match, and the crowd just went along with it and all the crazy. Miz almost got double cursed, but used the referee as a shield, which then cursed the ref's arm when he went to tap a third time.
That was so great.
Priest got in, put the Miz down. Ref used his left hand and counted to 3. All right, this Cody Rhodes promo. So right after this match ends, Cody comes out, randomly crossroads Kit Wilson.
Dude did nothing.
Before grabbing the mic. Now, Cody hurt someone's feelings online by saying this, but he compared the reveal of Pat McAfee to the end if the NWO's third member was Disco Inferno instead of Hulk Hogan. Disco was not happy. He said that if he ever called Cody outside, he'd basically give him an ass whooping.
Dude, they've been feuding on Twitter for years. Cody's the one that tweeted at him years ago, being like, you were a joke and you were never one of the boys.
Yeah.
I was like, I thought the one back then, I was like, damn, dude. I felt like that was way harsher.
Cody called McAfee a stoner.
What did he say? He said they kept you around just to make fun of you. I was like, damn.
He called McAfee a stoner grifter, Logan Paul without muscles, human hat rack. and told McAfee and everyone who represents him to kiss my ass. Then asked if they were going to fire him, seeing as that it worked out so well last time. Main event was Sami Zayn defeating Carmelo Hayes, in which the crowd was pissed. Okay, let's get into since
McMahon 316 says, "I just pissed my pants."
Dynasty is this Sunday, so let's go through the card. Andrade El Idolo, Mark Davis, and Takeshita versus Brody King, Darby Allin, and Jack Perry in a trios match. Who you all got?
I think Andrade's team.
I'm taking Brody's team.
Willow Nightingale, Queen Aminata, TBS Championship.
Queen Amidala.
Willow Nightingale.
Queen Amidala. Do you think Jericho will address his return to AEW?
He is supposed to do it this Wednesday.
I'll watch that. I'll tune.
Oh, wait.
See, they'll get a rating out of me for that. I'll tune in for Jericho.
No, wait, sorry. That's for this Wednesday. Sorry, I'm looking at Dynamite predictions. Dynasty.
Like
all right.
the views.
MJF versus Kenny.
That's a tough one, actually.
Ooh. It's going to be a banger for sure, but I'm going MJF.
I do want to say MJF, but I feel like they're going to go Omega because they want Omega with the title for All In against Ospreay, maybe?
Yeah, that's Omega. A good point. I'm sticking with MJF, but I would prefer to see the belt go to Kenny because it's been a while since I've been a champion.
MJF, Kenny Omega. I'm going with Kenny. Women's World Championship, Tekla, Jamie Hayter. I'm going with maybe. God, Tekla's been good, but if Jamie has it going into All In.
Yeah, but I feel like they did that already, didn't they?
Now I want Lato Teka.
Jamie returned at All In. Or in London.
Right. I still think Tekla.
FTR versus Cope or Cage. And Cage.
Cope and Cage.
Cope and Cage
become the new
for
champs.
show. Yeah, they'll do
I
it.
think
They'll
so.
do it to give him a full circle moment.
Yeah. Mox versus Will. All right, this
Can
is
I just say though, is this terrible that I'm like, if they both retired in like a couple months, I'd be okay with that because I know the ENC pod is coming back. Like I love the ENC pod; it was so good.
Mox versus Will for the Continental Championship. I say Will wins it. Then winner take all at All In, Kenny and Will. New belt is made. That's how Hangman can now challenge.
Oh, that's a good idea.
Again.
But I'm going to say... that's tough. I'm going to say Mox.
Versus Mox. You're saying Mox? Okay. Darby Allin versus Andrade.
Darby.
And then...
Darby.
That's all we got so far. And then one thing I was going to read on Instagram, I sent it to Jeremy as well.
It's another guy being like, your podcast sucks.
No. 10 things that should... Tell me if you agree or disagree. 10 things that should happen at Mania 42. Javon Evans wins the IC title in a ladder match.
Sure.
Gunther interrupts John Cena during his appearance.
Yes.
No, I don't think so.
Braun Breaker returns after Gunther versus Seth.
No.
Even though he was feuding with Seth. Okay.
Yeah, but he's still hurt.
Yeah.
Lyra and Bayley get their WrestleMania moment and win the champs titles.
Yes.
Sure.
Oba
beats Brock under 2 minutes.
No.
Under 2 minutes. No. Stop with these short matches.
Oba beats Brock's, but not under 2 minutes.
Rhea Ripley versus Jade is fast, explosive, and brawl heavy.
Hang on. Let's go back to the Brock thing real quick because I'm thinking about it. If Brock loses this match, though, like, yeah, it's great. You're passing the torch to Oba. He's going to be like the new monster big guy. But, like, the aura of Brock, like, can't really be the same after that, right? Although he has lost a few times to other people.
I mean, like,
beat him in under 2 minutes and didn't lose his.
Yeah, that's true. No,
I feel like
you are right. I am wrong, but I'm just thinking with all the stuff he's done, beating Taker and like, you know.
Yeah, but I feel like that's Oba, and he's such a like huge guy that it makes it a little bit different.
And he is very much reminiscent of a young Brock. He's big, he's
Yeah.
athletic, and he's good. It's not like he's like a big guy that can't wrestle.
Yeah.
It'll be a good match. I'm looking forward to it.
So Rhea Ripley versus Jade is fast, explosive, and brawl heavy.
Rhea.
Two big bitches. After the crowd boos Sammy heavily, he flips him off, turns heel, and then Trick Williams gets cheered heavily for the title win.
Maybe.
Mm-hmm.
This is a list of things that should happen. So Pat McAfee does not Travis Scott the Randy and Cody match.
Yeah.
That should that should happen. Hasn't. Yeah.
Roman Reigns versus CM Punk has blood in it.
I mean, I think it could fit.
And then the number one thing that should happen is that Roman proves he can do it by himself and win the title.
Yeah, I do think Roman's going to win.
I think Roman's going to win.
Yeah.
I don't want him to win, but I think he's going to win.
Yeah, I think it's going to.
That's it, boys. It's episode 208.
Well, we thank you for joining us for episode 208. Join us next week, We love you guys. Bye.